Good morning, dear children. I hope everybody is safe and sound at home. Today we will start with lesson number 4. What time is it of English prose? Without any delay, let us start with activity 1. Observe the following pictures. Describe each clock or watch. So, the space that has been given below each and every watch, you have to just write one or two sentences of what you have observed in each and every watch. For example, in the first watch, you can write it is a wall clock. We hang it on the wall. It is round in shape. In the second clock, it is a pendulum clock. So, what you can write? It is big and long. It has got a pendulum in it. We hang it on the wall. The pendulum goes from left to right. In the third one, you can write this is a wrist watch. We wear it on the wrist. It is round and small in shape, and it has got a minute, an hour's hand, a minute hand, and a second's hand. Let us see to the question answers. This you have to write in your prose notebook. Discuss the following questions with your teacher and friends. How many hands does a clock usually have? A clock usually has two hands, hour hand and minute hand. What kind of clocks and watches do you have at home? I have wall clocks, alarm clocks and wrist watches at home. Do you have a wall clock in your classroom? Yes, we have a wall clock in our classroom. Now let us look into activity 2. We will read the story and we will try to understand it. Rip Van Winkle was a lazy man. He would often go off into the forest with his dog Wolf to hunt for rabbits and squirrels. He would go round and hunt small animals. So, what do we see here? Rip Van Winkle, he was a very lazy man, and he would usually go into the mountains with his dog for hunting. One day, Rip helped a strange old man carry a barrel on a clearing where several others were playing a game. Rip had some of the pink water from the barrel along with his companions. Soon he fell asleep. So what happened? As he was moving around the forest, he heard someone calling his name, and without hesitation he helped that man carry a barrel to a place where many other people were playing. So he joined them and he drank some pink water from the barrel that he had carried, and what happened? He soon fell into a deep sleep. When he awoke, he was alone. Rip looked for his gun. To his surprise, it was covered in rust. Feeling confused and hungry, Rip headed for his village. So when he woke up, he saw that his skin was wrinkled, his beard was long, and his gun was old and rusted. So what he thought? Let me go back to my village. When he reached there, people gathered around him, staring at his tattered clothes and long grey beard. Rip saw a young woman who looked like his wife. He asked her who she was. She told him her name and said her father had left the house 20 years ago with his dog and had never been seen again. So what happened? When he reached back home, people were strangely staring at his torn clothes and his grown beard. When he asked the lady who looked like his wife who she was, he came to know that she was her daughter, who had grown up, and he realized that he had been away for 20 long years. I am your father, cried Rip joyfully, and told them all how he had been asleep for the last 20 years. So what he did, he told his daughter that he was her father, and then he started telling all how he had drank that pink water and had been asleep for the past 20 years. So dear children, what do we learn from this story? That time does not wait, it goes on, and things keep on changing. The world will keep moving, and those things will happen whether a person is there or not. So Let us fill in the details, name of the character and what he or she or they did. So this I will be sending in the PDF. Don't worry, you can write it from there. Rip Van Winkle, he hunted small animals. An old man, he had a barrel of pink water. Rip's companions, they were playing. Villagers, they were surprised to see Rip, and Rip's daughter, she told about her father, Rip. Now let us look into the poem. It is a small poem. Let us read and enjoy it. Clock tick, it's 6:30 in the morning. Have to brush my teeth, have to go through bath, have to get ready for the school. Clock tick, it's 7 in the morning. Have to go to the kitchen, have to eat my breakfast then, have the food full me every when. Clock tick, it's 4 in the afternoon. Have to do my homework, have to go to play in the garden, have me to relax after the whole day's hard work. Clock tick, it's 9 in the evening. Have to settle my bed like a serf, have the burden of the day off, have me win my good night sleep. So it is giving you a schedule what you have to do when. So in the morning when you wake up, brush your teeth, have a bath and get ready to go to school. When it is 7 in the morning, you go to the kitchen, have your breakfast, be full for the day and then start your activities. When it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, complete your homework, go out and play in the garden, relax, and after the whole day's work that you have done, just relax. And when it is 9 o'clock in the evening, after you have had your dinner, just go to bed and sleep. So let us look into activity 4. Ask the following questions to your friend sitting next to you. Here, because you are at home, you can ask it to your parents. Share the information with your teacher in writing. So this you will be writing in your notebook. What are the 3 activities that you do in the morning? You brush your teeth, have my bath and eat breakfast. What are the 3 activities that you do in the afternoon? You have your lunch, do your homework, watch cartoon films on TV. What are the 3 activities that you do in the evening? You play in the garden, you go to the market with mother and then you have your dinner. And when do you go to sleep? I go to sleep at 10 o'clock. That is the correct time because you wake up early in the morning. You should be in bed by 10 o'clock. Let us look into the activity 5. You can draw the minute and the hour hands in the fill in the blanks given below or in the clock. The timing has been given. You just have to draw the clocks. You can look into the pictures here and you can draw it. I will also be sending you the PDF for it. This again is work in pairs, draw clocks according to the time given. So you have to draw the clocks accordingly. Activity 7. Guess what time it is now. Be a tower showing time. Stand in front of the class. Here you can stand in front of your parents and in front of your brother and sister, and you can pretend to be a clock. You can show the time with the help of your hands and let them guess. So you can play a game with your parents and your brother and sister. You can become a clock. You can show your hands and they will guess the time. Read the sentences given below. Read them aloud following your teacher. So whatever I am reading, just revise it again. I have an English class at 11 a.m. I go to bed at 10:30 p.m. My father comes home at lunchtime. In India, usually it rains in June. Do you think we will go to moon in the future? There should be a lot of progress in the next century. Do you play cricket on Sundays? Her birthday is on 7th December. Where will you be on New Year's Day? So, this is a small activity. Let us look into exercise B. Write 10 sentences using in, at or on. Share them with your teacher. I have given you 10 sentences in the PDF file. You can write those down. If you want, you can write on your own also. Activity 9. Do you know what is AM and what is PM? We will read the information that is given below. The Latin abbreviations AM and PM are acronyms, that is, the words that have been used for certain things that stand for ante-meridiem and post-meridiem. Adapted from the conventional 24-hour clock, the 12-hour clock dates back to 1500 BC. Unlike the 24-hour clock, AM and PM designations are used to differentiate between morning and afternoon. So, when it is in the morning 12 o'clock, you say 12 PM. When it is 10 o'clock in the morning, you say 10 AM. It is ante-meridiem. And when it is PM, you say it is post-meridiem. PM means post-meridiem. And ante-meridiem means before midday and post-meridiem means after midday. In Latin, ante means before and post means after. Meridiem comes from the Latin word meridius, which means noon or midday. Let us look into the last activity, that is activity 10. Take turns and ask about the time in different countries around the world according to the example given below. Also try to find difference of hours between two countries. This small activity you can do with your parents. Example, it's 5:30 PM in India. What will be the time in Greenland now? So, if it is 5:30 PM in India, then it will be 9 AM in Greenland. So, dear children, with this we come to the end of this chapter. Do go through the entire video again and again if you don't understand. Write whatever questions have been given in the notebook. Stay home, stay safe, don't leave your homes because the situation is worse, and just stay at home, enjoy the videos and take care of yourself. Bye.